Three, two, one. Oh, Happy New Year. How is that was a smoke and everything. How is everyone? Happy New Year. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a great New Year's Eve. And I've got a hole in my head. I've got shiny eyes. How is everyone? Hello, Kaline. Hello, Lolly Lolly. Hello, Sandra. Hello, everyone. It is great to see you all. Hello, you're ready. Everyone's here. Hello, Ange. How is everyone? Oh man, is that distracting, that hole in my head? I hope you had a great New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, New Year's celebrations. Yes, we had a good one too. It was good, just with family and friends. That's what it's all about. I might leave it on for a moment more. Oh, I can't breathe. It's squashing my nose. So how is it? This is the first one of the first live lesson of the year. It's the first live lesson of the year. Oh, we've got Larissa also from Gibraltar. How's it going? Happy New Year too. Let me know where you are watching from. Oh yeah, I need to breathe. Let me know where you're watching from. Okay, so we're going to talk about New Year's Eve, New Year's resolutions. We're from Morocco. Hello to everyone in Morocco. And as Anne says, it is so nice to see familiar faces. I love our community. I love everyone that comes to all of the live streams on this channel and the one in Spanish too. It's cool. I love it. I love the interaction and everyone saying hello to everyone too. Hello, Denia. Hello. Was it Homi? How's it going? Hello, Maria. How's it going? Yes, it is a. Oops, where is it? I just lost that one. It's a lovely mask. Yes, this is an interesting mask. I had another one, a green one, a yellow one, but the thing fell off. You're gonna show me. I have another one here. I was deciding between the pink one and this yellow one. Isn't it? Ange and me, I. Yep, that's what we do. Who else we got? Hey, got in also. So let me know where you're. So you're from India. We've got Karenth also. Hey, Iran from Sao Paulo. You still there, I hope. Hi, Rob and Ange and everyone. Happy New Year. Rob, are you ready to carnival? You know me. Yes. Watching from Brazil. You got. Where are you watching from? Oh, well, where are you watching from? You're from Peru. From Peru. Dominican Republic. Bulgaria also. Hello, where are you watching from? Let me know your country. Happy New Year's, Susanna. Hello. Also, someone else from the Dominican Republic. Marisol from Mexico. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the screen. How was your New Year's? How was your New Year's Eve? What did you do? What did you do on New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve is the 31st of December. Actually, I should write that one. No, I'll do it on this board. This one's easier. New Year's Eve. New Year. And it makes less noise, this one. What is New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve. Oh, hello, Alicia. So good to see you. How's everything in Poland? I hope you're doing well. Where is it? You're from Honduras. It's a Venetian mask. It's from the... I'm not too sure where it's from. It's a mask that we got from somewhere. We made it by hand. Over 30 nights and 30 days, we made it now. Hey, Happy New Year's. This is a mask. Yeah, this is a mask because a costume is the clothes that you wear. On another occasion, I'll wear a costume, but today it's just the mask. Okay, so what are all from Egypt? Nice. So what is New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve is the 31st of December. Eve means the night, sometimes the day, but normally the night or the day before an event. For example, New Year's Eve is the 31st of December. It's the day before, the night before New Year's Day, which is the 1st of January. On Christmas Eve is the 24th of December because it's the night before Christmas Day. You can also use Eve by itself. For example, on the eve of the wedding, he was nervous. On the eve of his wedding, when you get married, and the eve is like the night before. He was very nervous, like this, as some people get. From Saudi Arabia too. Cool. Okay, you got one similar to mine? Yep, probably get them from the same shop. Hey, ciao a tutti. Hello to everyone from Italy. Ciao, Marzia. Okay, so what did you do for New Year's Eve? Let me know. What did you do for New Year's Eve? You worked on New Year's Eve. Oh no. Well, were you with family? Were you with strangers? I worked on New Year's Eve probably like 2 or 3 times when I worked at a bar. When I worked at a bar, I worked on New Year's Eve, and it was interesting. It was like big celebrations and everything like that because I was with a lot of friends. So that was a good part. Just being with friends. I was working, but yeah. From Haiti, good. Okay, so here's a question. What is a New Year resolution or a New Year's resolution? What is a New Year's resolution? What is a New Year resolution? Anyone know how to explain a New Year's resolution? You worked as well. Well, everyone's working. I was working. What was I? I was working on filling my stomach. That was my objective. I was here. Wait, a New Year's drink? You drink a lot? You were jogging and reading and cooking at the same time? You're reading and cooking and jogging? I hope in 3 separate occasions. What did you do first? At midnight, 3, 2, 1, boom. At midnight. What did you do exactly at midnight? We ate turkey and we were watching a movie. Nice. What movie were you watching? Out of curiosity. I stayed at home with your husband. Yeah. Did you get dressed up, or were you in pajamas? We got dressed up and looked beautiful as always. And I was, yeah, I'll just leave it like that. You're watching the RTV like they have a special countdown. They have a special like a countdown program with music and things like that. Okay, so what else we got there? Here we go. So New Year's resolutions are our new goals for the new year. Yeah. We're going to answer this question in a moment. So a New Year's resolution are the new goals for the new years. It is a decision to change something or achieve something in the new year. That sounds good. That sounds good. It's a resolution is a car. So you did in Spanish then. The autocorrect, I know, is a kind of promise you did for the next year, like I'll avoid sugar. The sugar, run. Yes, you avoid sugar. What you can avoid is lots of different things. You didn't do anything interesting. Nothing interesting. Okay, have a look at this. A New Year's resolution is a promise that a person makes to themselves. I make a promise to myself. to start doing something good or stop doing something bad on the first day of the year. And not just the first day of the year, the first days or the rest of the year. So, and a New Year's resolution is often seen as a way to make positive changes in your life and one's life, and to set goals, objectives for self improvement. Can I open the door? For it's like 9 o'clock in the morning here in New Zealand, but it is summer and it is hot. Okay, so I got shiny eyes, sparkling eyes here. So yeah, it's like for self improvement. So what are some typical New Year's resolutions? What are some common New Year's resolutions? There's like to put some resolution is to put some orders in my studies. You're gonna be more structured, more organized. You're a security guard, so I had a night shift. Oh, you can't have someone accompanying you. Oh, yeah, you did. It has been accompanying you. Okay. So, what are some typical New Year's resolutions? Okay, I'm drinking a cup of tea right now. It's not a thing of champagne at my champagne glass. It's the morning. Come on, you don't do that often. Oh, here's a common one. To lose weight. Weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, to lose weight. That's actually, yeah, that's like one of the common ones. I'll put it here. To lose, weight. There we go. This is one. So like some people say to lose weight. Another one is, that one went quickly. A New Year's resolution is get a job. You need to work. I need to work. Avoid those contractions, Jacqueline. Another typical New Year's resolution, save money. And what would you like to save money for? What would you like to save money for? I'd like to study more English. That's your objective for this year? I'd like to study more English. Have you seen our new course we started? We put the first lesson of our new course starting from 0. That was last week. We have a new lesson hopefully tomorrow. So we have a new lesson every week, one lesson, and there's an activity that accompanies that lesson for you to practice. So it's a new course every week this year, starting from basic, and it goes more advanced. So if you have any friends that want to learn English, if you know anyone in the family wants to learn English, show them level 1, lesson 1. That'll be good. So if anyone wants to do that, that's a great one. So, okay, Francini, start doing some sports and go to the gym. I need to do that too. That's something I think I need to do seriously. After everything I ate for Christmas and New Year's, I think I just created 2 Robs. There's me and the other person. It seems like I ate, and probably stressed. Ange is probably stressed with 1 Rob. Imagine 2. She'd be like, no. Anyway, so what else is there? To go on a diet. To be on a diet or to go on a diet. I'm going to the gym. That's one your plan. Gym with a Y. Remember, with a Y. Be more creative in my job. That's an interesting New Year's resolution. How will you be more creative? Because the important thing is, how are you going to do all of these things? How are you going to lose weight? How are you going to save money? How are you going to study more English? How are you spend less money and save more? Yep, that goes together. And how are you going to do it? Yeah, just, I don't know. Try to speak in a low tone. Because do you have a high voice like this? Speak in a low tone, or maybe you speak loudly. Loudly is when you speak like this. Or do you think you should speak a lot more quietly, like this? So probably speaking quietly and speak less. Why do you speak too much? Do you? Sounds like someone I know. Me. Speak less. Try hard to be proficient in English. Yep. And drinking a sufficient amount of water, or drinking enough water. Drink, like, es suficiente agua, is enough water. To drink enough water. Wake up early. Oh, I tell myself that every day, but it is so, I want to wake up early, but my body does not accompany me at all. It's like, no. Your another goal to make more money. Good. So you have your job, and you can think, what are some other things I can do on the side that can do that? Study more English. Sounds good. To save money to travel. Oh, that is a good one. Yes, travel is that's one of the best things, I think. Just traveling, and yeah, awesome. Where would you like to go? It was so easy. What was easy? I can't remember. Talk in English. To go on a diet. No way. We're friends. You have many resolutions and goals for this New Year's. Well, tell us, Jacqueline. Tell us about your goals. To talk in English. Yeah, that's why at least you're chatting in English, and that's good. We also have Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, the bee. Oh, okay. Marzia. Live the life putting me in first place. That sounds like a good thing. Put yourself first. Because sometimes people, they put a lot of other people before them, which can be a good thing, but sometimes people take advantage of you. So first of all, think of you, your health. That's important. I'll do everything that could make me happy, like drinking rum. No, what makes you happy? What things that make you happy? What are things that make you happy? Life is too short. So true, so true. I like to study languages. Me too. At the moment, I'm learning Italian, learning French, Arabic. I know about 10 different languages. Maori, the local language. Yeah, studying language is just a wonderful, that's one of my, I love doing that. I love learning. And when you learn one language, there's just so many things that become easier. Yeah. Travel and have an open mind. Yeah. And work. Those are great ones. Those are great ones, Marzia. Mastering my English language. I want to use more high tech in my teaching. Oh, really? Like what type of high tech would you like to use in your teaching? Do you like the electronic whiteboards, or using internet more? Being positive. Yes. Being positive is a good thing. You're an English teacher. Okay. Go on a mental diet. I like that one. Go on a mental diet. Just have good thoughts. That's very, very hard to do, but it's also a good thing to try and do. Trying to eliminate the negative thoughts and things. It is hard, but possible. I like to travel to Spain with my kids. Are you in Spain right now? No. Where you must be somewhere else. I like to travel to Spain. To visit my kids. I thought with my kids. Sorry, it's the morning. I cannot read. I like to travel to Spain to visit my kids. Whereabouts are you now, Mercy? I'd like to travel a lot and visit New Zealand. Let me know if you come to New Zealand, Lolly. Let me know. Let me know. Hey Yusuf, how's it going? Hi Charity. Umi, thank you for the coffee. Thank you for the Christmas present. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Umi. And just like, thank you so much. We know what we're talking about, Umi. There was a private thing between Umi and us. That was actually our first That was our first coffee, Umi. That was our first coffee because we don't promote it, we don't show it or anything like that. So thank you so much for finding it and doing that. We appreciate it. Excuse me. The emotion, the emotion. Excuse me. I would like one second. No, I'm fine. I got my drink here. Thank you. I'd like to go for a walk. I'd like to go for a walk more frequently. Going for walks are wonderful. Going for walks, I love going for walks. And we both like going for walks. I like to get a new job as a job. Yep, you already mentioned that one. Hello, Elif, how's it going? Ooh, to take my kids to Disneyland this year. I've never been to Disneyland. We've never been to Disneyland. I've been to the local version in Chile and in New Zealand, but it's not Disneyland. It's like this. Disneyland's like this, and the New Zealand version is like this little thing. No Mickey Mouse or anything like that. So that'll be a cool one. You got other creatures like New Zealanders and huh? Oh, there was a mouse. Yeah, yeah. You can find. You won't find Mickey Mouse, but you might find a mouse or two or rats. Oh, thank you. Just join in the conversation, Oval. I don't usually do shout outs. It is night here in Morocco. Yeah, for many places. Oh yes, Angela's there. Thank you. I mean, okay. Ooh. I'd like to be less strict with myself in epidemic. Epidemic. It's Monday morning, and I haven't been. This is early for me. Yeah, like you go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's okay. I'd like to be less strict with myself in academic stuff. That sounds good because sometimes you put a lot of pressure on yourself that can happen. It is Umi, it is the thought, the fact that you made an effort to do something that is for us is so special. The amount is not important. It's just you found it and you did it, and we say thank you. That's the thought that is amazing for us. It's just that's the best part. When we saw it, is like, wow, this is so like wow, thank you. We're just like thank you. Yeah. Okay, what are some other typical New Year's resolutions? Lose weight, do more exercises, eat healthier. That's another one. You can some people quit smoking, terrible habit. If you do this, quit smoking. It's terrible. Reduce stress. Reduce stress. Reduce stress. That's can be hard, especially if you're an English teacher called Rob. That's hard to do. Get organized. That's also hard to do for for Rob. No, I'm very organized. I can get up in the morning sometimes. Learn a new skill or hobby. That's a good one. Learn a new skill or hobby. Is there a new hobby or skill you would like to learn? For example, I'd like to learn another language, maybe Portuguese this year. Portuguese would be interesting. Just like learn it with some friends and things like that. That might be something, but it would just be like in a relaxed way. Is there any other school you like? If we have Mickey Mouse, I'm going to New Zealand. No, we just have the mouse. We have a mouse or two or five or 1,000. Just normal. It's not Mickey Mouse. It's just rats. Okay, it's not a mouse. It's just rats. Rats and kiwis. Yeah, quit drinking too much. Oh, that's a hard one to do. Now, what normally happens with New Year's resolutions is every year someone says, like on the 31st of December, on the 1st of January, people always say, okay, this year I'm going to exercise more. This year I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to volunteer more this year. I'm going to improve my relationship. I'm going to get a better education. I'm going to read more, etc. And people have all of these New Year's resolutions. The problem is, after 1 week, it's like they suddenly disappear. They forget about them. So my question for you is, why do people stop doing their New Year's resolutions? Why do you think people stop doing their resolutions? Oh, so you drink a little water to your health? Yes, to your health too. Salud. Oh, I'd like to play the guitar. That's a good new one. That's a good new skill. I try to play the guitar. I could improve it. Quit drinking, smoking, and all bad stuff. Yep, those ones. So why do people stop doing their New Year's resolutions? Like people, they want to, I don't know, to learn English. They want to do more exercises or something like that. Let's move that over a little bit. So why do they stop? Because of a lack of goals? Yeah. Well, they have a goal, but they don't fulfill it. They don't do it. So why? Maybe you're thinking of a lack of planning. Maybe that could be a thing. A lack of planning. So why do people stop doing their goals? Oh, I will learn English properly through your videos very soon this year. That's I recommend it. Personally, I recommend Woodward English. I don't know why. It's just personal recommendations. That's a good one because of too much pressure. Be careful of the spelling of that one. Too much pressure on themselves. That is true. That is true. That is true. Here, this is good. It's easier to think about the things we want to do than doing it. And also some goals are unrealistic. Exactly. That is such a good response. Exactly. A lack of plans. So like one of the reasons is a lack of planning. That is true. A lack of planning. So people don't, like if they have the New Year's resolutions, I'm going to do this, but they don't have a plan. If you want to say, I want to learn English this year, but you don't have a plan, how are you going to do it? It's just going to be in the air and it's not going to happen unless you have an organized plan. Hello, Jorge. Great to see you. I hope you had an awesome New Year's. Were you in Santiago? Were you at the beach? Were you in jail? How was your New Year's? I hope you and Patty had a good one and the kids too. So many people do not fulfill their or obtain their goal or their objective or their New Year's resolution because they do not plan. Failing to plan out the steps or to plan the steps needed to achieve your goals can make it difficult to stay on track. It makes it difficult. That's my goal. But sometimes, let me go to the banners. But sometimes if you're trying to, this is my goal over there. And if you don't have a plan, sometimes like me, like, oh, look, something shiny. Oh, look, something to eat, something to drink. Yay. You can sort of go off the path, off the track, off the plan. And that can happen a lot with if you don't plan your goals. So what you need to do is you need to break your goals into smaller, more manageable tasks or activities. And you need to basically create a plan. How are you going to live? Because if you say, my plan this year is I'm going to learn English. And if you only say those words, it's not going to happen. You need to make a plan like, how am I going to learn English? Okay, for example, every day for 15 minutes, you only need 15 minutes, nothing else. 15 minutes, I'm going to learn English. But how? What am I going to do in those 15 minutes to learn English in 2023? What am I going to do? I'm going to, I don't know, learn 10 words or find 10 words that I need in my life. For example, if I'm a doctor, I'll learn 10 words about being a doctor. If I'm if I'm a computer engineer or a computer, if you want to learn to cook, you can learn vocabulary about cooking or learn like new recipes or something like that. But like if you're want to learn English and you like cooking, learn vocabulary about cooking, like the different verbs, like chop, cut, slice, all of these types of words. So think about how you're going to learn English. 15 minutes a day, if you can. You don't need a lot. Even if it's just like watching a video on Woodward English to learn English or something like that, but make a plan and put it into small parts. Try and find someone you can speak with or practice with, or just try and use the language as much as possible. If you cannot speak it, try and write it. It's almost the same thing except for the pronunciation. But just try and write it also. So some people do not obtain their goals or objectives, or they reach their objectives because they do not plan. How are you going to learn to play the guitar this year? How are you going to learn to learn English? How are you going to get a new job? What's your plan? Okay, every day I'm going to look for a job for 15 minutes and I'm going to send applications to different people. Or for example, someone mentioned to make money. How are you going to make money? If you think, I want to make money this year, it's going to be in the air. Think of a plan. Okay, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, this 15 minutes on a side project or a side activity. And all of these things will help you. So make a plan for your objectives. So what's another reason that people will stop doing or fulfilling their New Year's resolutions? Another one, let's go back up the top here. So lack of plans. Hey, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. Because of a weak will. It's like you don't have that strength to continue. Some people just don't make an effort. They don't make an effort to do them. Yeah. If you have a plan, if you have a goal, it will motivate yourself. Exactly. It'll motivate you. True. When another plans come more important. With another plans come other important ones. Exactly. Too many distractors. Oh, yes, that's another good one. Many people get distracted. People don't keep their New Year's resolution, maybe because they were drunk when they wrote them down and they cannot find the list. This year, I'm going to learn English. This year, I'm going to learn to play the guitar. This year, I'm going to... And then the next day, where did I put my list? That is true, Jorge. Lack of concentration. That's in your case. Lack of concentration on your goal. That's another one. Some people do not have the perseverance to continue their goals. Exactly. Others because they procrastinate for tomorrow, for next week. Procrastinate. I love that word. It's just like avoiding doing something that you should do now. I have to do it now, but I'll just do it in 5 more minutes or 10 more minutes or later this afternoon, or I'll leave it for later. That's a great word. I love procrastinate. I love procrastinating. No. It's a cool word. And it's like just leaving it for later and later and later. That's what they do. It's just like, But when you make your plan, you've got your plan 15 minutes every day. That's good. But when it's 15 minutes, at what time are you going to do it? Make a time for those 15 minutes at 8 o'clock in the morning, at 8 o'clock at night. For 15 minutes, I'm going to do this. and do that schedule, and it helps you. For example, when I was had English, was it Italian lessons? It was every Monday at 8 o'clock. That is, I want to learn Italian, so every Monday at 8 o'clock at night, I'm going to talk with my teacher about in Italian and everything, and it becomes like a routine. It becomes a habit, and it becomes easier. At the beginning, it's difficult, but then in time, it's like, oh, I have my lesson, I have my Italian lesson coming. So you remember, or my English lesson or whatever. Okay. That's with me, with all the books that I want to read, but I get distracted with comics or series. Yes, I have so many books I want to read, but it's not my New Year's resolution because I know it's not going to happen. Because I got so many other things that distract me too. Yes, you can improve your language reading 15 minutes out loud. You can read a book, but try and say it as you read it. That's another good thing you can do. And just, try to do that. If I want to improve my speaking, I can read out loud, Loud. I can record myself in front of my camera. Yes, you can do that. You can record yourself and then listen to yourself. Because when you listen to yourself, it's like, ooh, I need to change that. I thought I sounded good, but I need to improve certain areas. Exactly. I have a problem. I always procrastinate. That happens. So I want to talk. You want to talk like me. You don't need to talk like me. No one needs to talk like me. You just need to be able to express yourself your way. Express yourself your way. That's all you need to do. Yeah. Hey Adley there. How's it going? So what's another reason? The Hardy Days this year. I read my childhood comic book, Hardy Days. I haven't heard of that one. I've heard of the Hardy Boys, which is an old book. Okay, and another reason for people that do not continue their New Year's resolutions can be lack of motivation. A lack of motivation. Because but you think I'm motivated to learn English, but it can sometimes be difficult to maintain motivation over a long period of time, especially if the goal is difficult or unrealistic and requires significant effort and lifestyle changes. When you need to change habits in your life, it can be difficult for people, and especially when you need to make an effort. And for example, when learning a language at the beginning, I think learning a language can be fun, especially at the beginning. But for some people, it's like, I am nervous to speak. I'm shy to speak. It is difficult. It is going to be difficult always. Like when I sometimes speak in Spanish, sometimes it's difficult because I want to say it exactly like this in English, but I can't do it in Spanish. So you just find different ways to do it. Yeah. But sometimes people do not do it because of lack of motivation. Excuse me. Another thing is sometimes people have unrealistic goals. Unrealistic, they're not real. Setting unrealistic goals can set you up. Phrasal verb. Set you up is like to prepare you, get you ready for failure. Failure is the opposite of success. So setting unrealistic goals, basically, it's just getting ready to fail at the beginning. It's like, I want to learn 5 languages this year. It can be unrealistic for me because I can't even do 1 language. But people do this, and then you are not going to succeed. It is important to set achievable goals that are specific, measurable, that you can measure. I want to learn English. Yeah, but how can you measure that? I want to be a B1 level of English. That's the level. Or I want to learn 3,000 words this year in English, but I want to remember them perfectly. That you can measure is like the level of something, attainable, relevant, okay, and also over a period of time. So what else is there? So you think it's because they don't know what they really want? That can also happen. Maybe I maybe I should write my New Year's resolution backwards, because I wanted to lose weight, but I gained it. So this year will be gain weight so I can lose it. That's also unrealistic goals of losing weight. Yes, that is it. You're reading Atomic Habits by James Clear. He said exactly like you. Really? I've heard of the book Atomic Habits. I haven't read it yet. Great minds think alike. Oh. Unrealistic goals and lack of motivation. Interesting. Also, that's your objective. I want to be a civil servant, and that is an IAS officer. Not sure what an IAS officer is. Let me know what it means. I'm sure I will be successful. I'm sure I will, because we need a verb there, because will talks about the future. I will go, I will be, I will eat, I will be. And after be, we need an adjective. Successful. Success is the noun. Successful is the adjective. If someone doesn't make fun about my accent, I'll be very confident. But sometimes if people criticize, I don't know why people that criticize accents are ignorant. I will say that. People that criticize accents are ignorant. Every person in the world has an accent. I have an accent. I don't know if it's a New Zealand accent or a weird mixture of God knows what accent. My wife has an accent in her language. Something that, for example, everyone, like if someone is from Chile, like Jorge is from Chile, he will have a Chilean accent. If you're from Argentina, you have an Argentinian accent. If you're from France, like Lolly, you have a French accent. Everyone has an accent. Speaking French, you have a French accent. Or you might be from Paris. In French, you got different accents. You got Canadian French, Parisian French, French from the south, or in Chile, Spanish from Santiago, Spanish from the south of Chile. So everyone has an accent. So people that laugh about accents, think of this. Yeah, but when you speak another language, also, I would not worry about that. I would not worry about that type of accent, because it shows that you know another language. Normally, the people that criticize or make fun of other people's accents are people that are monolingual. They know one language many times. Or there could be two types of people. One, they're monolingual and they have no idea and they're ignorant about life, about learning languages. And two, sometimes people do it because they're just evil. They're terrible people. And avoid people like that. You don't need people like that in your life. And I wouldn't worry. Just think, if someone says that to you, the person is ignorant. They have no idea. Okay? Or get them to speak your language. So you're laughing. When I speak Spanish, I have an accent. And you laugh at my Spanish accent? Okay, speak to me in English. Let's see if you speak perfectly. I bet you won't. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about do not worry about it. It's just, yeah, people like that. They say people in your country are the happiest in the world. In New Zealand? No, we're all terrible here. We're like moan about the weather. Okay, I know that's England. England, they moan about the weather. Okay, I get a question for me from Jacqueline. For this year 20, don't you have a goal of learning Spanish? Nope, I speak enough Spanish to communicate. I don't need more Spanish. Don't you need to learn Spanish? No, ya hablo español. No necesito aprender más. I know enough Spanish to communicate. I know enough Spanish to have fun, to enjoy my life, to order food and drink, the important things. I know enough Spanish to communicate with friends. I know enough Spanish to mandar jojeala. I know enough Spanish to say all of the things that I want to do. I don't need to have perfect Spanish. My Spanish is not perfect. I don't need perfect Spanish. You do not need perfect English. You need to know enough English to have fun, to express yourself, and to communicate. That is all you need. That is all you need. So it's an Indian administration officer, government highest rank in difficult exams. So they got exams for that. Interesting. Yep, everyone has an accent. Everyone has an accent. Exactly. You cannot lose the accent from your first language. It's there. It's going to be there. Lack of organization can be a hindrance to, well, those are good words, Lottie. I like those ones. A hindrance to reach your goal. A hindrance is something that stops you from obtaining something. Okay. So this is one of your ones, to take the IELTS this year. Definitely. Okay, that's your goal. The question is, as I mentioned before, when? What date are you going to do it? And how are you going to prepare for that? How are you going to get ready for the exam? Make the date. Or especially in Chile, you need to book the date like months in advance. So make sure you get that one. What else is there? Don't worry. I think that's no worry. It's like people that make fun of accents are ignorant. I just you have no idea. It's not even worth my time talking to you. Yes, I think too much or too many goals is difficult. Too much or a big goal is difficult to achieve. I have lots of things I want to do this year, but I concentrate on improving my English. Because normally, this is good. I concentrate to improve. When you have two verbs together, it is correct to use the second verb is the infinitive. It is concentrate to improve. Or like, I want to learn to improve. I need to improve. That is perfect. Need to improve. Want to improve. But with the word conjugate, concentrate, this is a special verb. You concentrate on something. You concentrate, and the preposition is on. Concentrate on. And since we say concentrate on is a preposition, the verb after on needs to be a gerund, which is the verb ing. So concentrate on what? Improving. Concentrate on driving. When you're driving, you need to concentrate on the road, on something, okay? So concentrate on improving my English. Yeah, it depends on the pisco sour. Okay, Spanish is your first language. Good. Hello. Where am I from? No, I am from New Zealand. I'm from New Zealand. Do you know where New Zealand is? Some people just don't know. Look, everyone has an accent. Inside the UK, the people from London have different accents from people from Scotland or Wales. Also, in London, there are different accents from different suburbs of London. Someone from the east speaks differently from someone from the south, etc. As you're saying, people who criticize the accent, at least they're ignorant. It is so true. So I was ashamed of my accent at first, but people here know that English is not my first language. Yeah, and that's what they need to know. It's like, I know more than one language. How many languages do you know? And they're like, oh. So it's important to set a time and a day and a time for getting what you want. Exactly. If I were a coach at TED Talk, I would never get invited. because they've seen my other videos, and I get into lots of trouble. I say stupid things too much. If you're a coach at a TED Talk, I'm perfectly, yeah. I don't know what would I do a TED Talk about? Eating and drinking? I could do that. Yes, I could teach you how to eat and drink. Yes. Yes, concentrate on watching your videos. Exactly. Concentrate on, and the verb ing. What's another reason? This is similar to what we mentioned about making a plan. There's a lack of, if you speak Spanish, una falta de, a lack of tracking progress. Lack of means something is missing. So it can be difficult to stay motivated if you're not seeing progress. You need to see progress. So tracking your progress, I've got to sit up a bit more. Tracking your progress can help you see how far you have come and give you the motivation to keep going. Why do I say this? Because when you get to a certain level or a specific level, like of typical intermediate level of English, so an intermediate level of English, what happens to a lot of students? When you learn a language, for example, English, have to go like this way. When you learn a language, a beginner, everything is new, and it's like, oh, I am learning so many new things. I'm advancing so much. When you're a beginner, you feel like you're learning so much. Wow, I'm learning a lot. But then you get to the intermediate stage. And the intermediate stage, like you beginner, you go up, and then intermediate, it feels like a plateau. A plateau, you need to know this word for IELTS, Jorge. It's like a plateau. It becomes like a level. So it goes up, and when it becomes a level like this, and it normally happens at the intermediate level, you feel that you're not advancing. You feel that you're not improving because when you're a beginner, you learn so many things, and you can feel that you are progressing. You feel that you're advancing. But when you're at an intermediate level, you feel that you're not advancing. You are advancing. You are improving, but it does not feel like that because there are not big new things that you're learning. When you're like a beginner, the past tense, wow, I learned something big. The future, the present continuous perfect, wow. But when you're intermediate, you don't have big wow moments. You learn small things, and those small things you don't notice sometimes. You don't feel like, oh, I'm not improving, but you are improving. It's just little things that are increasing, that they are improving, but you just don't know. So what you need to do is find a way to show your progress. It's like, okay, I want to learn, I don't know, 10 words every day. For example, 10 words every day is 3,000 words every year. That's 3,000 words. You can speak a language with 3,000 words. You can express yourself in 3,000 words. Okay? So if you learn 10 of the most common words every day, for example, you can, if you learn those and apply them, and then if you have it written down, if you write this progress, you can say, wow, I have learned 500 words this year after 2 months, or 600 words in 2 months. 600 words. Look at all of these words. I didn't know these words before. I didn't know these words, but now I do. Wow, that's impressive. If you don't write down this thing, you learn 600 words, but you don't feel like you're advancing, but you have. Record your progress. If you're going to learn 10 words, make a list of the 10 words every day in a diary, in a book, in something, okay, to help with, so that you remember that progress. So tracking your progress can help you see how far you have come, and it gives you the motivation to continue going on, or to keep going on. Okay, so do this. So where are we talking about? Good pronunciation is more important than a foreign accent. Yeah, it was just expressing yourself. I wouldn't even worry. It's just like being able to express yourself. Just express yourself. Auckland, Christchurch, or Wellington. I'm from the largest city in New Zealand, Auckland. Okay, it's only like, was it 1.5 million people? What else is there? On what's my take on programs, speech recognition to improve your communication skills? You could try it. Sometimes they help with the speech recognition, but yeah, you could try that. But I think the most important thing is just trying to, more than just repeat what other people say, which is also good. Try and express your own thoughts, your own things that you want to say, more than repeating like a parrot. A good teacher like you can help students to be more motivated. Yeah. You're right, I don't need to learn Spanish. Finally. Okay, I reach a plateau and it lasts a long time and I want to get out. And that's what happens. People just get to this certain level and they feel they're not advancing. They feel, and it's like, I want to improve. That happens a lot. So it's a good idea. The psychologist here says it's a good idea. Record or write them down. So when you return after 1 month, whoa, I learned that, when that, and that, and that. So my English levels have always been B1 to B2. And that's what happens. You get to a certain level. What's this one? Hobby. A couple of years ago, I studied at a school, an ESL school. They make fun of each other. Nobody want to speak in class, afraid that someone will laugh, especially me. Well, if I were in a school like that, I would not go to that school anymore. I would not. That would be that's a terrible school where they do that. And what is terrible also is the teacher did not stop it from happening. Or was it the teacher telling this? if I'm in a class and someone makes fun of someone else's accent, I would stop. I'm a teacher. I would stop that. And I would say, okay, you speak. And I would say, you have an accent too. So why are you laughing? Everyone is learning. Okay. As a teacher, should stop that. So yeah, that's terrible. Or if the teacher does something, I'll say, teacher, why are you not stopping? You need to stop this from the other things. It is not helpful. It is not productive. Yeah. Hey, Icing. Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, and that's the thing. Okay, everyone understood me and vice versa. That's the important thing, that they understand you. Exactly. That's the most important thing. Okay, we tend to forget that the union of cells forms systems in your brain. This is true. The union of systems forms an organ, and that set of organs creates a living being. In the same way, the accumulation of small advances in the language with time grants a mastery of the language, which one wishes to deepen. So it's like in your brain, you got the neurons, and they make connections. You learn certain things in your brain and they make connections. So the next time the brain comes to this word and connects to this part, and it starts growing. And the same thing with languages, just learning little things, you create little connections between it. And that is what causes mastery in the language. So, yes, I could continue talking about this a lot more. Maybe in another lesson, I will talk more about Motivation for learning English. Maybe I should do a lesson about this. I've got like about 15, 20 different things I could talk about. I have exactly 17 and a half topics. No. How is that possible? I've got lots of things I could talk about this. But I just hope I shared a little bit about the motivation of things to help you stay motivated learning English. I hope some of these things have helped you. There's something before we go. I want to say thank you also from Anne, the LA teacher. She was on our live lesson about Thanksgiving Day. I had 3 wonderful teachers, and Anne from LA. She sent Ange and I something, which I want to show, which is really cool. And here it is, like this. Now this here is a special, okay, it's a pencil case, but it's something more important. I keep it. Put all my chocolates and sweets and more chocolates and more sweets. It's a great thing they can have. So thank you, Anne, for the present. We really, really appreciate that. Also, thank you, Umi, for what you did. Thank you so much. So I'd like to say Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year. I hope your 2023 is awesome. I hope your 2023, you achieve your goals, you make the plans, you organize and everything like that. And I hope it all goes very well for you. So I will be in the chat for a little while. Once this ends, take care, everyone. Stay safe. And of course, what I'm going to say, not just have an awesome day, have an awesome 2023.